Be 500 at the end of the year. Jacob Fopp and Tyler Dunn, the opening draw. Sonny in 35 at faceoff as the ball kicks into the corner off a wild melee. Picked up by Joey Epstein with a man in front. Pass too high. Fopp pushed off the ball, and here come the Orange. Carter Rice got a trailer, and Brett Kennedy. The Orange will settle. We talk be 500 at the end of the year. Jacob Fopp and Tyler Dunn, the opening draw. Sonny in 35 at faceoff as the ball kicks into the corner off a wild melee. Picked up by Joey Epstein with a man in front. Pass too high. Fopp pushed off the ball, and here come the Orange. Carter Rice got a trailer, and Brett Kennedy. The Orange will settle. We talk losses at North Carolina and at Virginia. Epstein eyes up the defense from point behind. Angeles has got a shorty. He's super quick. It's a good matchup for Angeles. Feed to the backside, Epstein with a layup.
Quinn, you mentioned Angeles had a matchup. When you watch 23 in white, he's at his best when he's operating from the wing and behind. He's a first midfielder, but he makes his moves oftentimes like an attackman. And the wherewithal and ability to feel the slide, so he makes this initial move. You see the footwork of Angeles. It's a good roll. And then as he sees the pressure of that defense, Epstein's wide open. The little face, cross crease, count it.
Ground ball comes up Orange. Outside rip by the Orange. Mikey Berkman tied up at 1.
Look at the footwork of Matteo Corsi. You and I have talked about 42 in Orange. Only a freshman out of the state of Michigan, played his high school lacrosse at IMG in Florida.
The ball. This is a matchup. Dordovic has a big advantage over Lilly in the quickness department. So Hopkins will have to double this right away. Ball goes in the net, the feed inside. Curson deflects off his cross, and it's in the back of the net. Are you kidding me?
I know where Dordovic was going with it. He wanted Seabold 14 in Orange. We'll take another look at this before we head to break, but Dordovic is getting all the attention, Quinn. Everyone knows he's a Dodger. He has a short stick matchup. So there's going to be early slide, quick help.
Jays with some circular passing. Pesco. Sophomore, right-handed. Finds the net. Pesco with a gorgeous rip.
Credit Pesco for understanding where pressure is. Coach Petramala is going to turn on the tape and be annoyed with the defense in terms of allowing to get above goal line extended and not closing out. Pesco feels that, and it looks like
defense feed inside. Nice stop by Curson. He's solid as a rock today. Big collision up at the 30-yard line. Nice ground ball by Lucas Quinn. He and Cook come up with the ball, and the shot clock gets reset. Mikey Berkman, little rip. He missed the net by 3 yards. Not even close. So Hopkins has done a much better job protecting the paint. I thought last week again, here's a collision.
Woo! That's a nice hit. That's within 5 yards, clean, timed it well.
Dordovic, change of direction.
There it is.
Turn and rake. Too quick, too sudden, too Tucker.
In the open, talked about his aggressive plant foot. When he drops his foot into the turf and he changes direction. In that first quarter, slipping all over the field, seemed like he couldn't get into that groove. This time, this is a magical move on many levels. So he speed dodges up to goal line extended, drops the much work behind the cage as possible against 11 in orange.
30 to go on the shot clock, and Hopkins is finally in their offense. Keogh left-handed.
Keogh has put together a really strong senior campaign. 14 points as we approach mid-March. He's a smooth lacrosse player. He's got really good hands.
Seabold posts up right-handed. Curson is sharp today. That's a tough save. We saw Seabold score on a similar goal against Army, using the defender as a screen. 8 saves for Curson, the graduate student. Turn and rake. Lucas Quinn battling a lower body injury off the restart.
If you look at straight mechanics, no one shoots better with both hands mechanically than Lucas Quinn for Syracuse. The issue is he's been banged up with that lower body injury, and came in that same recruiting class as Tucker Dordovic and Brendan Curry, and he was the headliner in terms of nationally recruiting rankings, and Lucas Quinn has potential. If he gets healthy, he could be that guy I mentioned. They're starving for the third option.
Woo! Paint to corner. Garrett Degnan with liquid smoke.
Hopkins has been struggling today in terms of the settled offense. This time they strike fast. Benefits them off a quick whistle. Don't let Syracuse set up. A little bit of a misunderstanding in the sub game. You see Rice, 12 in orange, coming in late, and Degnan just lets it absolutely fly.
Lefty blast, defensive communication issue, tied up at 4. Beautiful part of Long Island.
It's the home of a legend. You know which one?
Dan Denahan.
Well, Dan Denahan, John Gagliardi. I was looking for Jim Brown.
Oh, yes.
Jim Brown, one of the greatest lacrosse players of all time, obviously well known as, I don't know, maybe the greatest football player, at least in the discussion of top 3 of all time. Went to Syracuse, played for Coach Roy Simmons Sr.
Jim came on the air with us years back when we were at MetLife up in New Jersey. Eamon and I interviewed him for, I think, an entire quarter. Wow, left-handed Keogh. Thompson never saw it.
This shot for a goalie is almost impossible to stop, and I'll tell you why. On a lefty dodging midi down the alley, Harrison Thompson is moving his feet and anticipating a shooter to shoot across their body to the far pipe. Now, what he might want to look back and do next time is, before the shot clock expires, chuck it.
Backside feed, too easy.
There's your high crease. Remember, we're talking about Curson in the high crease?
Yeah.
You play high crease, you're susceptible to the crossfield pass because it takes a while to get back to that other pipe. When you're low, you're 1 step away from the pipe. When you're high, you're 2 steps, and he got burnt.
Quinn picks up the assist, 26. Oh no, excuse me, it's Canada's goalie.
Yep.
Years back used it. On man down, that's not the time to use a high arc, as Pesco stings the net from about 8 yards. Once again, Hopkins answered. Earlier in this game, they scored 6 seconds apart. They answer the Cuse goal immediately.
High arc, low arc, it really doesn't matter when you give a guy like Jonathan Pesco time and room here. He's just parked up here on that point right wing spot. Little giddy up and no one touches.
Is not his best attribute. Some motion offense that Peter Milliman has built here in North Baltimore. Nice, and it works. Good off-ball movement. Pesco's got the hat trick. Epstein with the assist. That's what it's supposed to look like, Paul.
The motion offense gets the men in orange ball watching, and the patience behind the cage of Epstein to allow the cutting game to mature, right? He's got the goals. He had to make the call on TV.
6-on-4. Blue Jay defense in a diamond, and then they'll rotate into a box. Rip from the outside. Cordes left-handed. Nothing doing. Lucas Quinn's inside. He's got to find the seams. Fiorini. Top of the box, Curry. A low worm burner finds the corner for Brendan Curry.
And you're seeing some life on the orange bench right now. Curry giving them juice. One of the best players in college lacrosse. He's a fifth-year senior. His father was a legend for the Cuse, Todd Curry.
Got some space here. Let's see if he can operate, make something happen. He doesn't want it. Over to Keogh, who attacks the shorty. Down the right-handed alley, inside, fly, wow! Oh my gosh, it happened so fast. It was Degnan from Keogh. Cuse slid adjacent, leaving the man in front wide open.
Jack Keogh has played an incredible game. We saw the 2 goals. Monster rip in the third quarter. This time he's dealing. Sees Syracuse ball watch. Curry at times can get caught on the field as a midfielder and go on the defensive zone. He is logging crazy minutes.
Here's Dordovic. He's fresh and scores. We saw him play defense. He's played offense. He just doesn't get tired.
When you're a star, you want the pressure. You want the pressure to go on the road against your rival Johns Hopkins and make a play, regardless of how much gas you have left in the tank.
Epstein's got a shorty. Carter Rice, hip to hip with Epstein. Swim, left-handed, step down, boom!
You can say what you want, not even the middle of March, but you can think about the journey of this season, how critical this game is moving forward. Jacob Angeles knows it, the entire Johns Hopkins bench knows it, and he delivers one of the biggest goals of his career here. Epstein starts his dodge. I don't know why Syracuse had to bring pressure there. The early
1 minute to go in the game. Syracuse double teams the ball. Thompson's there, and Epstein, he beats him. Empty net, Epstein, ice, ice, baby, Jays.
Epstein has struggled for a lot of this game. Kokemo, the freshman, has had the advantage on the one-on-one matchup, but with a 2-goal lead, with less than a minute left, that one you can, who knows how long, to make that tweak as a grad student senior just tells you so much about his ability to be a little bit vulnerable, but take a risk that has reward now.
Got to give him a lot of credit. Things haven't always gone his way here as a Blue Jay. Last year at 40%. Man, he's come back with a vengeance. 8 pipes. That'll help your save percentage as well. The Orange hit 8 pipes. This series has had nicknames. There was the shoe game in '83, Bon Jovi game in '89. Maybe this will be the pipe game. Hopkins